Welcome back, YouTube, to another episode here with your Pittsburgh Penguins in year 3. And looking at the hype video, there are some new names like Justin Falk, Luke Evangelista on the second line. We're hoping he can add to that scoring punch. Veronikov, we are very excited. Hopefully have a 30-goal scorer on the team on the second line. And Sidney Crosby back for another year, looking to lead the Penguins back to the playoffs at age 40. And with the addition of Jason Robertson in free agency, we are looking to make a big push here. 28 years old, signed to a 7-year deal, $13 million a year. And the last couple of years have not been great in Dallas. So hopefully we can find a way to get him back to his 80 to 100 point production and find a way to get him 40 goals. Playing with Sidney Crosby and Troy Terry, we're hoping that can give him a boost. But we're very excited on Jason Robertson. 6'3", 207 pounds. He's got some size on him. So $13.5 million until 33, 34. And we'll see if he can lead the offense here. Sidney Crosby getting up there in age, but still proving he has what it takes to play in the NHL. Not ready to retire just yet. Will that be enough to get the Penguins back to the playoffs? And Sidney Crosby, man oh man, he's wishing. Troy Terry, questions remain if he's going to stay in our top 6 or he could be moved. It all depends how we look at the trade deadline. Crosby finishing with 63 points in 82 games. Over 30 goals still. Still trying to find a way to get his Penguins back to the playoffs. He does not want to leave Pittsburgh. He keeps signing the no movement clause. And he keeps on rejecting any trades we try and send his way to a cup contending team. So let's see if we can get Crosby back to the playoffs. Veronikov will be playing with McGroarty and Evangelista on the second line. And we're hoping that can be a very solid production line. Everyone's still under 30 years old on that second line. Got some youth in the Pittsburgh system now. Hopefully they can produce. We need to see more from Rutger McGroarty. We're hoping he can get anywhere from 60 to 70 points. But that's a big wish. Luke Evangelista, after a career year in Nashville, we traded for him in the offseason, and we're hoping that can push the rest of the second line. 57 points in 82 games with the Predators. And 25 years old, he's definitely looking to be in the prime of his career. 1 year left on his deal. He will be looking for a contract. So we're going to see if we can sign him to a 5-6 year deal in the offseason. Justin Sordoff, kind of on his last legs in Pittsburgh. We're giving him one final shot. Braden Yeager, acquired in the Malkin trade, will be making his NHL debut this episode. He'll be playing with Sordoff and Tomasino on the third line. And we got some big expectations for him. Definitely expecting anywhere from 40 to 50 points. I would like to see him get 20 goals in his rookie year. That would be a huge boost for the young prospect core in Pittsburgh. Tomasino will hold down the right wing spot on the third line. Signed to a fresh 3-year deal, just over $2.5 million a year. And then you got Chibrikov with Adam Gaudette and Luke Kunin. Definitely going to grind it out. Chibrikov adding a little more skill on the fourth line. Defensively, you got Bowen Byram, just signed to an extension. Owen Pickering, Erik Karlsson, Justin Falk. And you got Stanley and Luke Schenn, shutdown pair. And we wonder if Artur Silovs will take that next step and eventually grow into that starter we know he can become. He improved in year 2, but definitely more signs of better things in Artie's world. 21 and 31 last year. We're hoping he can prove he can be a full-time starter. And on the AHL, Bradley Nadeau still not growing. Riley Height, we want to see a little more growth. Cataford and Wright. Those 3 young prospects we're hoping we can see in the NHL this year. Benjamin Kittle, Pittsburgh Penguins 2025 first-round pick. First year in the AHL. See how he can develop down in the minors. He had a solid year in Calgary. 102 points, 45 goals, 57 assists. So hopefully we can find a way to get his development going in the AHL. And then we look at our defense here. Isaac Phillips, a defensive depth signing. Peneni, I'm probably butchering the hell out of that name. Then you got Peyton Kettles, 20 years old in the AHL, with Harrison Brunick, Peddle, and Hackinson as we try and develop our AHL defensive depth here. and yet a solid top 6 in Pittsburgh. Now looking at the number 1 overall projected pick in the draft. He's got 4 points in 7 games, only 1 goal. 17 years old, but looks like he has a chance to be NHL ready right out of the gate. Esteban Cahill, remember the name. And looking at our prospects, Mathis Preston, Jackson Jacobson, Benjamin Kindle, kind of leading the charge there in our prospect core. And Mathis Preston definitely kind of leading the charge as our number 1 prospect right now. 66 points last year in the WHL, kind of a back step, but we're hoping he can improve in year 3. And we're expecting him to be kind of our first line center. Then he got Jackson Jacobson, 15 points already in 8 games. This guy drafted number 5 overall last year. He's going to be a stud. Benjamin Kindle, we're hoping he can be kind of our second, third pair in center. A little bit undersized, 5'11", 183, but if he can develop his two-way game, that'd be huge. Owen Pickering will be playing his NHL season this year, so he will graduate from our prospect pool. Then you got Rudolph there in defense, Riley Heights, Cataford, Brunick, Jaeger will be graduating from our prospect pool. So we definitely got some decent names in our prospects that we're very excited about the future of the Penguins. But this year we may even push for the playoffs. We got the Ruck twins down there in the minors too. Man, oh man, Joe Aginla. I'm very, very positive about our prospects, that we have enough we can trade away for some pieces if we need to. We are very loaded in our prospect pool, so that's always a good sign. A lot of trade capital, not worried about losing young talent. And looking at goalies, you got Markkinen, another young goalie here right behind Gabriel Dag. So 2 young goalies waiting in the wings. Markkinen 6'4", 202 pounds, and he's all the way in the SHL playing for Tamara. He's already playing against men. A second round pick in last year's draft. We're excited to see what goalie tandem that could bring. And that's going to be a very solid backstop if both goalies can develop the way we hope. Now jumping in here, we got the Predators for the home opener, UC Saros against Artur Silovs. A playoff matchup for the Canucks they had when Silovs had to come in as the third string goalie. Oh, first period 0-0. All right. So goalie battle here. Second period down 2-0. Ryan O'Reilly, Roman Josi for the Predators. Can the Penguins come back here? Power play, my goodness. But Sidney Crosby gets the ball rolling here for the offense. Still lots of time. Come on, Silovs is playing lights out for us. Can we force a comeback here? Come on, Penguins. Who's going to do it? Tomasino! Hey, there we go. And can we find a way to get a win? Oh, we got overtime coming up. Let's jump into it, people.
Drop the puck here on overtime, so perfect timing on your end. We are in next goal wins territory now. Who's going to step up and be the hero? Picked up along the wall by Crosby. Picks up the puck. Oh, the stick falls on the play.
And that's a tough one, James, when you're in a prime scoring area and you have to get back to the bench as quick as possible. So you go from being there and then being at the bench.
The worst. Slides it diagonally to Carlson. And a great save. The Predators gain the zone. Into the corner now. For the win! And it comes up with a huge save! Silovs hangs on to the puck to stop the play. A lot on the line here in this offensive zone faceoff. The Penguins start with the puck in their own end. Swings it out in front. And he denies that great opportunity there. Puck hops out of the offensive zone. They'll be forced to do it over from center. Centers are set. Face-off ready to resume play. They take possession as he locks them up off the face-off. Slides the puck ahead to McGroarty. Handles the pass. Steps across the line and on the attack down the right side. Under a minute left in has the puck here at the point. Comes up with the steal.
McGroarty's pass was so difficult, James. I mean, he stumbles, so he's off balance, and he's still able to corral the puck and get it off with precision to the shooter. That leads to a great scoring chance.
Slides the puck over. Denies him with the save. And puts the body into it, a little bumper car hockey. From something they get into the attacking area. Denies him on the slapper. Quick pass across to Tomasino. Solid check to slow him down. Looking to end it. Oh, what a save to keep it tied. A critical draw here. Nashville's got it in the offensive zone. And he totally whiffs on that one. Sheloff freezes the puck and opts for the whistle. A big face-off here inside the offensive end. The Penguins get a hold of the puck in their own end. There's the horn. And still nothing decided after overtime. So we'll take it to a shootout next. Well, nothing's settled in the overtime frame, so we go to the shootout. It's hockey's equivalent of high noon. The shootout is set to go. And shuts the door here.
But does a great job of anticipating the play here, James, and makes the save.
Robertson's ready to rock here in this shootout. Reads it perfectly and makes the save.
Love that he doesn't sit back in his crease, but he gets out and challenges and takes away as much of the net as possible.
What a save on the shootout.
Well, he makes himself as big as possible. There's no holes.
McGroarty's hoping to end the goalless drought so far in this shootout. And he comes up clutch here in the shootout.
This is why they practice it. A lot of the time, post-practice, James, goaltenders want work on this, so do shooters. He does a great job of anticipating to make that save.
And he stops that attempt.
I think he just does a great job of making himself as big as possible and took away all the shooting angles.
The table is set, the cutlery's all in place, makes a save on that shootout attempt.
With today's technology and all the resources available, you know that goaltenders have a book on the shooter, and I'm telling you, he read this one perfectly.
Scores! Wow, what a hammer!
Yeah, he was waiting for the goaltender to make the first move, and once he saw the opening, the flick of the wrist, and buried the puck.
No room for errors at this point in time. He needs a goal to keep his team alive. There's the save he needed to take it in the shootout. A seesaw affair, but they come away with the win.
Tough loss in the shootout there, but we did force a point, coming at 2-0. Second game, Luke Evangelista gets his first with the Penguins, and it's a goal scoring period. My goodness, Veronikov and Evangelista for the Penguins, but 4-2 through 1. 5-3, 4-2. McGroarty gets in the goal scoring there. Oh, come on. Still time to tie this thing up. Oh, power play, kill it off. Oh, now 6-3 for the Lightning. That's going to be a very tough comeback. Seelov's definitely having a Jekyll and Hyde moment here to start off year 3. But Veronikov getting another goal there. Nice to see him finding his goal scoring touch. And that's an empty netter. 7-4 is the final. So he can't win the first 2 games of the year in year 3. But the offense, nice signs there. Evangelista getting on the board. Veronikov as well. And that second line showing off some potential here in game 2. Oh, yeah. Huge potential. We'd like to see that. All right, so I've been against Buffalo now. That's him here. Always in the first 3 games. Just to see into the future how the season could look. And Seelov's a rough start in the first. Krebs and Brenway with goals. And we cut into the lead. Jason Robertson gets his first as a Penguin in Game 3. Oh, and Benson on Seelov's. From the boards, my goodness. That's a bad angle. Come on, still lots of time. Come on, Robertson, Crosby, Terry. Ooh, Tage Thompson on Seelov's. Yikes. Not a great start to year number 3. Hopefully not a sign of things to come. Seelov's has definitely been hot and cold in the offense. Not really what we're expecting here to start things off. So we start off 0-2-1 in our first 3 games. Goals against, we're all the way at 28th in the league. Alright, so let's sim ahead here. See if we can find a way to turn things around. Go through October. I would like to see that first line take off. Yeah, we've already done our scouting. We're good. Utah, there we go. We got our first win, 4-2 against Toronto. 3-1 loss. Vegas, 3-1 loss. And all of a sudden, this offense is not really looking like it's living up to the hype. 2-1 loss. Where's all our goals? What's going on? 1-6-1 in October. And Andalista's now hurt. That's not going to help our top 6 there. 4-3 shootout loss. 1-6-2 through October. My goodness. To win against LA, lost against Vegas. Now Lucien is hurt. And now the injuries are going to start to pile up. Not the start we want. So 3-7-2. I think it's time to make some changes in the lineup. Voronikov is leading the team in points. He's got 8 through 12 games. Troy Terry, second with 6. Volk, Yeager, Andalisa, Crosby. Robertson's got 4 points. McGroarty, all these guys that we want to produce just are not finding their way at the start of the year. Troy Terry. Man, oh man, we want to see more from him. Braden Yeager, we're fine with that. Pretty solid for the rookie. Andalista, 5 points in 9 games. Solid for second liner. Only 1 goal, though. Kunin, 4 points from the 4th line. Cadets. Pickering, 3 points in 12 games. I'll take that for the young D-man. Carlson, 2 points. Sort of 2. Byram, 1 assist through 12 games and a -7. So Bo and Byram. Man, oh man, we definitely need him to produce a lot more than that. You're going to be our top pairing guy. We expect you to be a little more offensive. Riley Height leading the team in AHL points with 9. Yet to score a goal. So that's in the rest of the month here. Can we turn things around? Or do we have to make some trades early on in this episode? Now Logan Stanley, he's hurt. Yeah, we got some defensive depth there. He can be replaced. Man, oh man, we keep losing. Cataford, he's injured in the AHL. He can get replaced. That's 3 straight losses now. Make that 4 as we lose to Buffalo. My goodness. There's a win against Toronto and Florida. So, but back-to-back wins against pretty good teams. We'll take that. 5-10-3 now. All right. I don't want to see what our AHL squad's record is. I don't like this glitch. I know we're not 10-6-2. That's our AHL squad. EA Sports has got to fix that. Yeah, so AHL squad 11-6-2. They're second in the division. They do really well in the regular season. They just struggle in the playoffs. Can't get out of round 1. So 8-12-4 heading into December. Definitely not the spark we were hoping for from the new upgraded top 6. But hey, Veronikov's still leading the team in points at 20. Robertson 17 through 24. Crosby, Amdalista, 15 points in 21 games. Solid. Yager, solid with him. Troy Terry, hoping a little bit more from him. McGroarty, 12 points. We'll take that. Byram has stepped it up now. All right, we'll take that. So in his first 12 games, he had 1 point. In his next 12, he had 10. Almost a point per game player. That's huge. Pickern's got 7. He's a +4. And Justin Sorda, 5 points in 24 games. And Seelov's, he's looking like he's struggling here right out of the gates. We need him to pick it up. Devils first in the division. Islanders, Capitals, Hurricanes are there. And we're sitting at 20 points. Really only 5 points out of the playoff spot. So we're still kind of in this division right now. The Rangers sitting last. So we'll sim a month. See if we can get above 500. Maybe we make a trade or two here soon. Yeah, we're good. We know what we're doing. Hackinson, he's back from his injury. He could be a solid top 4 defenseman in 2 or 3 years. The Wild, 7-4 win. All right, let's get a win streak going, people. Oh, no, every time something good's going to happen, something bad's got to happen. Justin Folk now injured. 3 in a row. Oh, but we lose to the Wild. Big win against the Blackhawks. All right, there we go. Winning against teams that we're supposed to win against. Now Folk is back in the lineup. All right, so let's see what he can do. Help out our defense. Drew Hellison taking his spot in the meantime. He's been a solid 7th D-man for us. Justin Folk can get back in there. All right, Zach Jones with Luke Shen now. As Logan Stanley still heals up. Tampa Bay. Oh, a big win, 8-2 there. Wow, huge. Montreal, 4-2 loss. Ottawa, lost in a shootout. Boston, back-to-back games here. Oh, the offense is finding its groove. This is the potential we were hoping for. Zach Jones is hurt, so Hellison will go in. And Folk, injured again, this time with a hernia. He's out until the end of January. So Pittsburgh 15-17-5. Definitely showing signs of improvement. Crosby leading the team in points at age 40. Robertson with 29. Veronikov 27. Robertson 15 goals. Veronikov with 14. McGroarty with 10. So those are the top 3 goal scorers for the Penguins so far in year 3. Troy Terry 26 points. Yager with 26 points. All right. Brayden Yager could be a nice surprise. I can't believe we got him for Jenny Malkin, but the Jets were pushing for the Stanley Cup. That's what happens. Now, Seelov's still struggling here in net. Blomqvist struggling a little bit too. Hopefully we can get that goals against average down. Maybe make a trade here for some defensive help. Bradley Nadeau leading the team in points in the AHL. Riley Height. And looks like he is ready for an NHL role. So I think we may be calling him up to the 3rd line. And if we call him up, you know what that means. Justin sort of day as a Penguin is going to be done. And the Flyers are leading the division. Islanders and Devils are there. Capitals, Hurricanes, and the Penguins in 6th. Blue Jackets are struggling. The Rangers are struggling. But man, oh man, this division is still within reach. And hold on to your seats, people. I think we may be making the playoffs in year number 3. This division's getting a little weak. So we have a trade we want to look at. Sort of. And Hackinson for Moser. And we'll throw in a 3rd round pick. That's going to upgrade our top 4 defense there. Sort of. He wasn't really doing it. So Riley Height's going to get his shot. Tomasino, Yager, and Height on the 3rd line now. And defensively, let's see, we're going to get Moser with Pickering. Yeah, Moser there. Pickering, Phillips, Hellison. In the bottom pair for now. We'll wait for Justin Folk to return from his injury. So that's Sim here. San Jose. Come on, yeah, that's a team we got to beat. Edmonton. 4-2, all right. So the addition of Moser has definitely helped out so far. 2 straight wins. Zach Jones almost ready to come back. Seattle tracking 3 in a row. And they want to take Matthew Dumba. No, we're not going to do that. Sorry. Stanley's back from his injury, so we got to send some people down to the AHL. And it's going to be Stanley himself. He's dropped off dramatically. We'll send him down to the minors. No one claims him. All right, so he's back from his injury. 4 in a row since the Moser trade. 4-0-1. So through 5 games, that Moser trade looks to be paying off. Peyton Kettle's back. Come on. Let's see. How are we looking, Penguins? I mean, hey, if we can turn things around before a month before the deadline, we could be buyers. And Justin Folk, he's hurt again with a hernia. Maybe he should just retire. That's his 2nd hernia this year. Oh, is that our record or the AHL record? That's what I want to know, EA Sports. If that's our record, that's huge. That's a huge turnaround from the start we had. And there we go. We are 24, 20, and 6. And just like that, we are back in a playoff push. Robertson and Crosby up there in points. Veronikov, McGroarty, Emdelista, Troy Terry, Yager, Carlson leading the defense in points at 26. Tomasino at 23 points. All right. Now, Troy Terry, he's been playing playmaker. He's only got 7 goals, 28 assists. But Braden Yager could be pushing for a Calder spot this year. Look at him go. Wow. All right. Owen Pittering, 11 points. Chibarkov, 10. On the fourth line, Luke Shen, 3 points. Nolan Foote got some game time in. Riley Height, 2 assists in 13 games. Hopefully he can turn things around. Poulin through 2 games, getting some game time in. Seelovs has definitely shown signs of improvement, so that's a huge boost. And looking at the standings a month before the trade deadline, we're sitting in 5th, but only 3 points away from 2nd place. And that is going to be huge. Next episode is going to be a huge push. We'll see how the rest of the month goes before we decide what we're going to do. But who knows, Sidney Crosby and the Penguins could be back in the playoffs after a 6-year drought, and all of a sudden, maybe a shot at the cup. And looking at the prospects so far here, Nystrom is growing nicely. Jacobson, 78 points in 42 games. This guy is going to be a stud. Oh my goodness. Keep an eye on Jackson Jacobson. He could be a franchise player for the Penguins. Caleb Mitchell, he's growing nicely. He's got 39 points in 31 games. Excited to see what he can do for a Penguins jersey. Ginla, he's starting to grow. Could be a solid addition to the second line here in 2 or 3 years. And make his father proud. Preston, 74 overall, and he's looking like he's having a solid bounce back year. And we will see you guys next time at the trade deadline. Bye.